If your show-up rates are under 60%, you are leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table every single month. And the craziest part is it has nothing to do with your ads, your offer, or even your sales team. It is what happens in the 24 to 72 hours between when someone books in a call and when they're supposed to show up. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact post-booking system we use for our clients that has on average doubled up their show-up rates. And I'm going to start with one simple change that took a client from a 20% show-up rate to 86%, and it only took 5 minutes to implement. Quick context, we have spent over $7.6 million on a VSL call funnel for one client, one funnel. And when you're spending that kind of money, you learn very, very quickly that every percentage point on show rates translates directly to revenue. A 20% improvement in show rates at scale can mean an extra $30,000, $50,000, or even $100,000 extra per month. So everything I am about to share is not theory. It is what we have tested across multiple ad accounts, multiple niches, and also multiple years. All right, so here is what most people do. They run ads, they get leads, they get book calls, and then nothing. Maybe they have some default Calendly reminders, maybe they send one email, and then they sit there wondering why half of the people who booked do not show up. Meanwhile, they are paying for every single one of those book calls. They are paying for their setter. They are paying for their closer who is sitting there waiting for someone who never comes. And the worst thing of all is that lead who did not show up, they are probably still interested. They just forgot, or they got cold, or they saw a competitor ad. The gap between a book call and a show is where deals go to die. And most people treat it like it's out of their control, which is not. The post-booking system I am going to walk you through has 5 core components plus 2 bonus tactics for when you are ready to scale. The core 5 are calendar settings, thank you page design, email and SMS automations, retargeting ads, and setter best practices. And then I have 2 bonuses left for the end. One involves a tool that completely changes the game for SMS outreach, and the other is a platform-specific tactic that works incredibly well for clients with a strong social presence. I will save those for the end. But here's the principle that ties everything together. The more touch points you have between a booking and the call, whether that's email, SMS, phone, DM, or whatever it is, the higher your show-up rate will be, period. So let's start with the fastest win. Component number 1, calendar capping. All right, this is the fastest win, but also probably the easiest and also most overlooked. And honestly, this might be the highest ROI thing when it comes to like the speed of it. I share in this entire video because it just takes 5 minutes to implement, maybe even less. So number 1, cap your calendar availability to 2 to 3 days out maximum. So here's what I mean. If someone books in a call with you today, the furthest out they should be able to book is 3 days from now. So not next week, not 2 weeks from now, 2 to 3 days. I had a client who had their calendar open for 14 days. Their show rate was terrible. We just changed one thing. We capped their calendar to 3 days max, and that's it. That was the only change, and their show rate went from 30% to over 80%. So why does this work? Because the longer the gap is between when someone books in and when the call happens, the more likely they are to forget or lose interest or find someone else. You want that call happening while they're still hot, while they still remember why they booked in the first place. So if you're watching this, go to your calendar. If it's wide open, go cap it right now. Seriously, pause the video, go fix it, and come back. This alone can change your numbers drastically. Okay, next, the thank you page. This is the page someone lands on immediately after they book in a call. And most people completely forget and waste this entire section. Here's what a high converting thank you page should include. Number 1, confirmation, obviously. Your call is booked for this date, this time. Make sure the time zone is very, very clear. Also include a button or a link so they can add it to their calendar right there. Number 2, a video, not a VSL, a short thank you page video. Something like, hey, I'm excited to speak with you. Here's what we're gonna cover on this call, and here is how to prepare. This does 2 things. It makes them feel personal, and it starts building rapport before the call even happens. Third, social proof, case studies, testimonials, FAQ videos. Think about it. They just booked in a call with you. They are interested. Now is the perfect time to reinforce that decision. Show them the results from people like them. Answer any objections before the call ever happens. And number 4, next steps. Make it crystal clear what they need to do. Something like step number 1, add this to your calendar. Step number 2, watch this quick video. Step number 3, show up ready to talk about XYZ. Give them micro commitments. The thank you page is not the dead end. It is a continuation of the funnel. It is where you turn a maybe, I will show up, into I am definitely going to show up. Component number 3, email and SMS automations. Now let's talk about automated email and SMS reminders. This is very standard. Most people have something set up already. But there's a difference between having reminders and having reminders that actually work. We set up a lot of our automations on GHL, Go High Level. So if your client cannot get SMS verification on GHL, then Calendly, like the auto reminders, work fine as a fallback. But ideally, you want control over the messaging. Here is what we include in our reminder emails. First is branding. This sounds small, but it matters. We don't just send plain text emails, we brand them with the client colors, the logos, their design. Why? Because it builds trust and recognition. It's just something very small. It feels like it's coming from a real business, not a random automation. Second, the details. Date, time zone, always. People book calls and then forget what it is. Make it impossible to miss it. Include the booking link so they can check or reschedule early. Include the link to add it directly to their calendar. And third, more case studies. If your client has results to show up, put them in the emails. Every touch point is a chance to reinforce why they made the right decision booking this call. A quick, here's what we did for a similar person in your niche can be the difference between them showing up on the call and not. For the sequence itself, we typically do an immediate confirmation email after booking, then an SMS confirmation, then an email reminder 24 hours, then an SMS reminder 2 to 3 hours before, and optionally an SMS reminder 15 minutes before. The key is do not remind them. You want to provide value for every single touch point. Make each email something worth opening. Component number 4, retargeting ads. All right, this one is a bit more advanced, so just stick with me. Most people are not doing this, but if you're spending real money on ads, this can be a game changer. So we run retargeting ads specifically to improve show up rates. So here's how it works. We set up a custom audience for people who have booked in a call, last 1, 2, or 3 days, optimized for schedule on the custom events on the back end. And we run ads specifically to that audience with one goal in mind, get them to show up. The campaign structure is simple, one ABO campaign, multiple ad sets, each with one ad each. So each ad set has a different purpose. One ad is a reminder, something like your call is coming up, here is how to prepare. Another ad is a case study, social proof, results from someone like them. Number 3, one ad that directly answers the objections, like common concerns addressed very directly. Another one is going to be an ad for FAQs, answering questions they might have before the call. So you want to have a lot of different ads. So imagine you have like 100 ads, all different types of FAQs and objection handlings. You want to have 100 ad sets. So you want to make sure you are staying top of mind. It's not just short form. You can retarget them with YouTube videos too. Even for our ads, we're running 10 different types of YouTube videos. Long form content that positions you or your client as the experts before they even get on the call. Now, is this going to 10x your show rate by itself? Probably not. But combined with everything else, it's just another layer, another touch point, another reason they remember to show up. And when you're spending serious amounts of money, these marginal improvements stack up. Component number 5, my favorite, setter best practices. Okay, now we are at the most important part of this goddamn video. If you do not implement anything else, implement this, please. This is the single biggest lever for show rates. It's not a tool, it's not an automation, it's a setter best practice. Here's the principle. The more human contact between booking and the call, the higher the show rates. Period. Automations help. Retargeting ads help, but nothing beats a real person having a real conversation. Let me tell you what happened with one client. They had a 20% show rate. 1 out of 5 people who booked actually show up. Less. They implemented what I'm about to share. Just this one thing and their show rate went to 80% on average. Same ads, same exact funnel, same offer. They just changed how their setter operated. So here's exactly how it works. The moment a lead books in a call, not hours later, not the next day, immediately, your setter reaches out. They text first, something like, hey, this is Bob from Bob XYZ company. I noticed you just booked in a call with us. I'm really excited for you to speak with the team. quick question, what made you decide to book in a call today? So it's just very, very casual. It's short. It's an open-ended question. You're not trying to sell. You're not trying to push. You are just starting a conversation. That is the main priority. So why text first? Because if you don't text and you just call right away, then the caller ID might not just show up. It just might show a random number. But if you already have texted them and said, hey, this is XYZ, like your name, when they see that number calling, they associate it with maybe your name, like Bob. So pickup rates drastically go up. Then, and this is very, very important, double dial or even triple dial. Call twice, 3 times in a row. If they don't pick up the first time, call again immediately. Most people will not do this because it feels aggressive. But here's the reality. People miss calls. Their phone was on silent. They were busy. The second call signals it is important. Your pickup rate will increase significantly. So the sequence is text first, then double or triple dial, get them on the phone, confirm the call, and start the relationship. Now here is where most people stop. They confirm the call and disappear until the appointment. Don't do that. Just don't goddamn do that. Continue the conversation. That's the biggest thing. Let's say someone books in a call 24 hours from now. You texted them, you called them, you confirmed, and that's perfect. But now you have 24 hours of silence where they could forget. They get busy or they find someone else. So 6 hours before the call or 2 hours before, your setter needs to reach out again. Not with a reminder, not with, hey, do not forget about your call. That is very, very salesy. Just instead provide value. Something like, hey, hope your day is going well. I want to share this with you. I thought it might be very, very helpful. And then just like send them a link to an Instagram reel or a YouTube video. Send them like a piece of your content. Or just like send them something that is relevant to their specific situation. Then closer to the call, one more touch point. Hey, just want to make sure you're all set for the call today. Any questions before you hop on? Notice what we are doing here. We are not trying to send reminders. We are providing value at every single step between the booking and also the call. So when you do this, something shifts. The lead doesn't feel like they're being pushed. They feel like someone actually cares. They feel obligated to show up because there is a relationship now, even a small one. So one thing on this, give your setters resources to send. Create a simple document with like links of like 3 to 5 Instagram reels that showcase results or provide value, or 2 to 3 YouTube videos that explain your process or features or your case studies or even FAQs as well. So when setters have content ready to go, they can actually provide value in those touch points instead of just sending generic messages. It makes the whole system work. If you don't do anything else from this video, implement this setter process. Text first, double or triple dial, and continue the conversation with value until the call. It is the highest impact change you can make. All right, bonus number 1, send Bloom. Shout out to Simon and his team. All right, now let's get into the bonus tactics I teased earlier today. So this is when you are ready to scale and you have budget to invest in tools. First, number 1, a tool called SendBlue. SendBlue is roughly around $1,000 a month, so it's not cheap. But if you are spending serious money on ads, this tool can be a game changer. So here's what it does. SendBlue lets you send SMS messages that show up as blue bubbles, iMessage, instead of green bubbles. And this matters way more than you think. When someone receives a green text like GHL, their brain immediately registers it as a potential scam. It is coming from a business, it might be automated, they are skeptical. When they receive a blue text, it looks like it's coming from a real person with an iPhone. There's an instant trust. We have seen a drastic increase in response rates and pickup rates when messages come through as blue instead of green. But SendBlue does more than just blue messages. You can send automated voice notes. So instead of a text that says, hey, excited for your call, you can send an actual voice note. The lead hears your real human voice, way more personal, way more trust, all automated. Or can even send automated selfie videos. So the founder or the closer can record a quick video and it gets sent automatically to leads at a specific touch point within the flow. Imagine booking a call and then receiving a personal video from the person you're about to talk to. Now that is powerful. And it is a full CRM, so you can track everything. You can see all the conversions or the conversations in one place. You can track the response rates, the speed to lead, all the metrics. Everything is automatic, which helps when you are scaling and you cannot manually track every lead. Now, is this necessary for everybody? Hell no, it's pretty pricey. So if you're getting started or you're on a tight budget, stick with the basics first, please. But if you're spending $20, $30, or even $50,000 a month on ads, and you're trying to squeeze every percentage point out of your show rates, SendBlue is definitely worth looking at. Bonus number 2, Instagram outreach. This one really depends on the client. It works best if your client or when your client has a strong Instagram presence. So verified, thousands of followers, active content. But if they are not real on Instagram, please skip this. It's not going to be beneficial for you. But if they are, this is another high impact touch point. So here's how we set it up. First, we collect the lead Instagram on the application or the questionnaire, just a simple field like what is your Instagram. Then after a lead books in a call, your setter logs into the client Instagram or their own if it's a larger team and reaches out. But not with a cold DM, you wanna warm it up first. So go to their profile, like at least 6 of their recent posts. So if they have a story up, just watch it, react to it, engage with their content like a real person would. Then send a DM, something casual like, hey, just saw you booked in a call with us. Just want to say, hey, what's up? And just send you something. I thought you would really appreciate it or just find it helpful before we chat. And you send them value, like a voice note, a case study, an Instagram reel, maybe even a selfie video from like the founder if you could get one. So why does this work? Because Instagram feels personal. It's not email. Everyone gets a million emails. It's not SMS. That can feel transactional. Instagram is where people connect with people they actually want to hear from. So when a leader sees that a person they're about to talk to is engaging with their content, sending them DMs, sharing helpful stuff, they feel important. They feel like they already have a relationship when they show up. The more channels you can reach out to them, email, SMS, phone, Instagram, even WhatsApp, if that's even relevant for your niche. The more touch points you have with them, the higher the show up rate goes. So before I recap anything, I want to make sure you understand the principle behind all of this. Every tactic I have shared, calendar capping, thank you pages, email sequences, retargeting, Setter, SendBlue, Instagram, they all have one thing in common. They are touch points. The more touch points you have between when someone books and when the call happens, the higher your show up rate is. That is it. That is the whole game. The person who shows up is not one who got a one confirmation email. It is the one that got a personalized email, a personalized text, a phone call, saw your retargeting ad, got a DM from you on Instagram, received a voice note from you, or even a selfie video from you. So by the time a call happens, they feel like they already know you. They feel invested. They feel like not showing up would actually be rude because there has been real conversation. So as you implement this stuff, don't just think about each tactic in isolation. Think about how many touch points are you creating, personalized touch points, and always ask yourself, how can we add one more? All right, so let's do a recap. 5 core components plus 2 bonuses for post-booking system that doubles show rates. Number 1, cap your calendar to 2 to 3 days max. Quick win, 5 minutes to implement. Number 2, optimize your thank you page. Confirmation, video, social proof, next steps. Number 3, branded email, SMS sequences with actual value, not just reminders. 4, retargeting ads to people who booked. Case studies, objection handling, FAQs. Number 5, setter best practice. Text first, double dial, continue the conversation with value until they are on the live call. Bonus number 1, SendBlue or Blue iMessage texts, automated voice notes, and selfie videos. Bonus number 2, Instagram outreach for clients with strong social presence, engage with their content, and then DM them, then send them voice notes. And the principle, the more touch points between a booking and the call, the higher your show up rates will be every single time. Now, everything I shared is about the system, the process after someone books. But there is one factor that impacts show rates that I did not even cover in this video, which is lead quality. The better your leads, the better your show rates. And lead quality comes down to 2 things, messaging and funnel friction. That's a whole different video. I'm gonna drop that soon. For now, implement what I shared. Start with capping your calendar, fixing your set of processes. Those 2 alone will move the needle. If this was helpful, subscribe or message me on Instagram and I'll just help you out, send you some voice notes. I'm gonna keep breaking down what actually works for VSL call funnels in 2026. And if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments or on my Instagram. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Much love and take care. Peace.